All right, let's start with embarrassing Friday, I guess. So this shit real quick. Cask. I met this guy years ago over at Art Primo. I think I was buying some markers or whatever, and there was like a show or some shit. Anyway, I'm buying markers. We end up fucking talking. Eventually, I think he does the whole like, "Yo, what do you write?" Whatever. And I think I ended up just doing like the S of my. All I wrote was like an S, and then I didn't write anything else. And the whole thing has been silly, and it's been on my mind since then because it's been just kind of silly and embarrassing. The best way I can explain it is. Either I was under some fucking like magical spell or I lost my mind. I had some psychological problems going on. I don't fucking, there was a lot. But anyway, I ended up doing that shit, right? So, kind of explain it real quick. One of the reasons why I tell people I write graph or I have written graph is because of this. So, I've normally worked corporate gigs, right? And when you work corporate gigs, they do background checks, which means that most of the people that I've worked with, whether it be a manager or something like that, I've also been in this position before too. They actually know my arrest record, so they can see that I've been arrested for vandalism. I rather just kind of get it out of the way. So there's that. Like obviously, you're not supposed to talk about that shit, but people do. So there's that. That's one of the reasons. Two is so there's very few people that actually know my fucking tag. And there's a lot of people that know that I say and have said many times that you shouldn't call yourself a current graph writer. You shouldn't be like, yo, I'm a graph writer. If all you're doing is art and not necessarily doing graffiti. And that's kind of where I'm in that realm-ish kind of still, where like not really getting up that much, but I still do art kind of shit, whatever. So the reason why I kind of left the tag, I wanted to leave the tag mysterious, is because there's people that know me like Sam, Tigger, whatever, and Roger, Ablo, and Butter. I forgot what the fuck Butter, fucking Ronnie. Anyway, those are people that I've known for mad long as like college friends, knew they were writers, but not really got into it with them being writers. Shit got shady with them. I figure an easy way to kind of like have things come back to me or whatever would be for me to be acting as if like I'm fucking writing and all this other shit. And then they would, Sam and fucking Roger would end up calling me out on it. And then that would solve the fucking problem. It was, I don't know, it was like a fucking thought. So that was basically it, yo. So that happened. And then I also think, and this one I don't fucking remember because at that time I was still drinking. And I don't remember exactly, but I think at one point in time I said some shit about Cask. And I don't remember exactly what. If I know myself, it wasn't deep. It was probably something irrelevant that I would have thought it's silly for somebody to bring it up. But I wanted to see if somebody would bring it up to see if Cask would say some shit and then bring it back to me. Again, this is all kind of weird shit. As it is, mostly because, I don't know how to even fucking really explain it. Like I thought that would end up working out better for me. I had people talking shit about me out there. One of the easiest ways to freaking kind of, to me, I thought would solve it is that these people are trying to say they don't know anything about me, but yet they know my tag and they know all this other shit, right? That's that. So, Cask, yeah, yo, I don't know if you even remember that shit. Probably not. Maybe you do. I don't know. But I've always felt somewhat embarrassed about it because I would think that maybe you could actually know my tag and actually know who I am and all that shit. And that was, I don't know how to put it other than embarrassing. It was a kind of ridiculous way to approach the situation, but it had nothing to do with you. It was just me trying to kind of figure out, like I said, what's going on. Like there's a lot of serious things going on, much more serious than graph. Not that I don't take graph serious, but like I said, I had these people that I've known for mad long that was suddenly acting as if they had no idea who I was and what's going on and all this shit. So. It seems as if I thought it was gonna be a no harm, no foul kind of situation, but yeah, I don't know. It's been on ever since then. I've been fucking thinking about it because it's absolutely ridiculous. If you remember it, I don't particularly feel happy or proud about the way that you would that first impression, because it was meant to be fucked up in a reason, because I kind of wanted you, I thought maybe, you talk some shit and then like come back to me and like whatever, like I was basically sacrificing myself and my rep on that. But so yeah, that's that. Hopefully you understand.